What's up, guys? My name's Anthony. Welcome back to Crypto Ride, the YouTube channel that brings you cryptocurrency news. And over the last week or two, we've been bringing you news about the US stock market and the global economy, as well as things are moving quickly and all markets seem to be tied together. We also do technical analysis, cryptocurrency project reviews on this channel. But today, without wasting any time, I do want to get right into it because the Dow Jones had its worst point drop ever, literally ever, as stocks tumbled again. If you've been watching the cryptocurrency market, we had a pretty big drop today also, with the market cap currently sitting at $142 billion. And if you look at the 24-hour price movement, you can see many of the coins in the top 100 are down anywhere in between 5-10% on an average. Now, I do want to point out that Bitcoin had some serious positive momentum yesterday when the Fed announced its 0 or near 0% interest rates, but that was short-lived and the price fell right back down. But the video I put out yesterday, just for the record, talks about how to prepare for a crash like the one I believe we are in, which could potentially be a global recession. We have officially entered bear market territory, if you did not know that, in the stock market. But let's talk a little bit more about what's behind this extremely hard drop in stocks. The Dow posting its worst point drop in history and falling to its lowest level in nearly 3 years. Worries mounted that central banks' emergency measures over the weekend meant the economy is in much worse shape than previously believed. And I want to talk about that in this video too. When the Fed cut its interest rates to 0, it did so to, some people use the words prop up the economy, but to make sure that things kept running smoothly. And what we're seeing now is that the Fed may be running out of ammunition. You know, they say there are some other things they could do as far as increasing liquidity to the markets. I've read a little bit about that. I know that the US government has been called upon for some sort of stimulus package now. But at the end of the day, the consumers are not spending money right now in the US. Everybody is staying home. People are canceling their travel plans. They're canceling their weekend hangouts. They're not going out at night. They're not going out during the day. It is a really interesting time and unique time in history, and it's bringing the economy to a standstill, and there's no amount of quantitative easing or money that the Fed could print that is going to change that. And today, they found that out the hard way. So what does that mean for Bitcoin and cryptocurrency? Because if you've been paying attention, you've been in the space for a while, you might think that means that things will be looking up for cryptocurrency, and hopefully they will long term. Full disclosure, I bought the dip this morning, and I will continue to buy as it falls. But let's talk about how the crypto community reacted to the Fed's 0 interest rate. As expected, the cryptocurrency community perceived this aggressive monetary stimulus as bullish news for Bitcoin, whose supply is fixed at 21 million coins. And the reason that people are so bullish in the crypto community about quantitative easing is simply stated here. If you don't know this, the rationale behind such statements is very simple. Quantitative easing significantly increases the supply of the US dollar. Subsequently, Bitcoin, which will become even more scarce during the May halving, is expected to trade stronger against the greenback. Of course, the Bitcoin halving is happening in May, at which point the mining reward will be cut in half. As time goes on, there are more hodlers out there, hopefully, meaning people that are buying Bitcoin and holding it long term. And so there's less Bitcoin to go around, there's less supply, and this quantitative easing is increasing the inflation rate of the US dollar. So if you just do the math and sit back long term and look beyond the next couple weeks, or what's looking like maybe a couple months with the coronavirus, many people think Bitcoin will certainly increase in value. And this is that coronavirus website on the Worldometer that I found a couple videos ago. And I just want to look at this point, we've had over 7,000 deaths, which is kind of a high number. And of course, this pandemic is getting worse over time. Unfortunately, you know, we talk about the economic impact, but of course it's impacting the whole world and the health of the world. And, you know, my condolences to anyone who has lost someone due to the virus. I just want to talk about that China had 80 1,000 cases, but lately they only have 36. So you can see it's starting to die off over there. We're now in March. I believe cases started in December. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments section. So we're talking 3.5 months in China, and we'll see how long it takes for things to start to really die down, or hopefully just not escalate here in the USA. And I wanted to point out again that the coronavirus is a short to medium term event. We will get past this eventually, and I believe the markets will start to turn around at that moment. Next time you guys hear from me, I will be talking about and doing a recap after this event goes live. This is Teeka Tiwari's 5 coins to 5 million. He's now calling this one the Final 5 event as part of his 5 coins to 5 million campaign. And that's happening, if you didn't know this, March 18th at 8 p.m. You can still register for the event if you just search online, search for the Final 5 and Teeka Tiwari. He's going to be doing a live webinar from a private jet, which should be pretty crazy. I'm going to be watching, I'm going to be taking notes, and then I'm going to give you guys a recap. I'll have that up for everybody. So keep an eye out for that. Subscribe to the channel if you've enjoyed what you've heard today. Like the video. And keep your head up. Things will probably get worse before they get better, if today is any indication of what's to come. But I think, like I mentioned before, we will get past this. Thanks for watching.